everyone, my name is Valkizia. Welcome to a brand new lesson. In today's class, we'll be learning how to pad our blouses or dress. The simple and easiest way to pad your blouse or your dress with a fusible fleece. So here I have some example. I have a pattern cut out just to show you the easy way to do that. I've got a lot of request to make this, and trust me, it is very easy. When Blocky says it's easy, it is actually easy. So before we get started, follow me on Instagram, Blocky Signatures, and on Facebook, Sewing Innovations. We'll be waiting for you there. And please, if you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? You're not subscribed? And please, if you are new, you're welcome, but make sure you subscribe to the channel because you don't want to miss out on any of our tutorials. And then our online classes, we have them every month. The timetable for the month of February is out, so please go check it out. Yeah. And if you are interested, I'll put the contact number in the description box below, and in the comment section, just get in touch with us, and then we'll show you how to go about it. So right now, let's go to the work table and get this over done with. Right now, I just have cut out a pattern we'll use to demonstrate this tutorial. So now, first let's talk about the fusible fleece. They are of two types. We have the fusible and the non-fusible. Like this is fusible, like this other one is non-fusible. I got this outside. So if I'm using this, I will need to use the lightest interfacing to be able to glue it to my fabric. And trust me, it is very easy. I explained that in one of our online classes. So now, you can either use either of the two, but I'll be making use of the fusible one. Now it also differs in weight. Like the one I have here is lightweight, while this is medium weight. We even have the one of heavyweight, but I like to work with medium weight and the lightweight. So anyone you have, you are good to go as long as your pattern is right. So now, then, before I continue, in Nigeria this is popularly called wadding. So in case you go about looking for it, it's called wadding. So with that you can get it depending on the weight. So now, if you want to pad your blouse, for the bust to be prominent, you need to make your underbust measurement obvious. So looking at it, it goes inward at the underbust. So looking at my pattern, I know this is the underbust under my bust here. So that is very essential because the measurement right there will determine how prominent your bust is going to look like. So now that will be where we are going to start inserting the fusible fleece. So what I will do now is to make sure I set all my patterns. So I just want to show you the easy way because that will be the starting point. And here I already have the fleece cut out. So here I just made it between 6 and 7 is okay, depending on how your vertical measurements are. And then when you are padding your blouse, make sure you leave minimum of ½ an inch from the neckline. So looking at, I have a sweetheart neck here. So whatever measurement I'm taking, how wide I want the part to be, it must not be more than this coming from the lower part. So ½ an inch. So that is very essential. ½ an inch, it must not pass through that, because you need ½ an inch to sew up your neckline. So here now I have this cut out, so that's 22 inches in width and then 7 inches in height. So that is what I have here. So once this has been properly set, just place the fusible part on it, starting from the under bust. Looking at this, I know where my under bust is, under the bust. So that will be the starting point. I'm just going to place it from there. So looking at what I have, so I still have space to sew up my neckline. So what I'm going to do now is this. I'm just going to note the apex of the bust, which is here. So with the crease, I know that, which is here. Let me get a brighter chalk. So now this is the apex of the bust here. Okay, that's that. Make sure the wadding still starts from the under bust axis. So now, since I know that is here, Then I'm just going to measure between 4 to 5 inches on the average, depending on how wide you want it to be. So from here, 4 inches is just fine. So this is 4 inches. I know this is 4 inches now. So then I'll come over to this point, get the apex tool, which is here. Measure the same thing between 4 to 5. So once you note that, so that will be a guideline. So now this is the under the bust. Can you see? Just make a slight curve. Can you see that? The same thing here, except if you want some excess here, but I'll just try to like make it about 1 inch from this point. And just curve it out. It's as easy as that. So from this point, make a slight curve, 1 inch. That's just the easiest way. So can you see? So if you want this part to be full, you just leave it that way. But for me, sometimes I might want to like have a half padding, like this is full. If you want it half, the same thing you measure here, this same 4 inches, come here to measure it, and then you make a curve the same way we made it. Can you see? So that is if you want half on both sides, but I always like to go for the full, but it depends on you. So having done that now, I'm just going to trim off this point. So what I'm now going to do now is to get my pressing iron hot and then just glue it down to the fabric. So what you are going to do is this: just get a light material, place it on it and give it some wetting, then you press it on it. So that's what I'm going to do, but preferably I would love to go this way. So this is what I have. So bring it out. Bring it out. It sticks very fast this way. So let me give it a good press. I've pressed it and it's glued. So on the wrong side, this is what I have, and on the right side, this is what I have. So what I'll do now is to trim off the unwanted fleece. So after trimming it off, I can still use my pressing iron to give it a final press before sewing it up. So we are done. So can you see what I have now? So on the wrong side, this is what I have. So if you don't want it full like this, so you have something like this on this panel. So it's going to be like a bra cup. So that's what it looks like. So now what I will do is to just sew it up. So when sewing it up, you start from the lower part straight up. Can you see that it has been padded? You can see the bust area looking all good. So on the wrong side, this is what it looks like. So you give it some notches around the underbust and also within the bust area. So looking at this is just so beautiful. Can you see that? So that is it. So that is just it on how to pad your blouse or your dress using the Fusible Fleece. So just give it a try. I remain your girl Bokis. Bye.